What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video of World of Warships Legends. Today we're going to be talking about map awareness and responding to the enemy team movements. In the background here we have a game of domination on northern waters. This is the 4-cap setup. This map also has a 3-cap setup. You can see here we got spawned down south of the sea cap, and we immediately started pushing in towards the capture point. As you can see from the mini-map on the top left, our friendly team has left us alone. So I want to talk about what we do in this situation and how to make the most of it. First off, let's talk about the commander build. I am using Kuznetsov as my commander. For his perks, I'm using Burn It Down XXL, which gives me plus 2% on fire chance, Igniter, which gives me plus 3% on a fire chance, Punch Through to get increased penetration on my AP shells, Fixated to make the shell grouping tighter and reduce dispersion, and then Fully Packed so I get plus 1 of each of those consumables, which is Hydro, Smoke, and Heal on this ship. For my inspirations, I am running VN and Scott. Now, VN might seem like a little bit of a weird one, but I do think the dispersion build is kind of a big deal. And if I look at the modules that I have on the ship, in slot 1 I have Aiming Systems Mod 1, slot 2 Prop Mod 2, slot 3 Concealment Mod. Now, I did the Concealment Mod because not only does it reduce the concealment of your ship, but it also increases incoming fire dispersion. So I stack that with VN, and it makes this ship a lot harder to hit, especially when I'm on the move and at range. And then in slot 4, I have Gunfire Control, which gives me an extra 5% on my main gun battery. Now, as you can see here, we're looking at the map. The red team has 3 or 4 ships that have pushed into sea. They've captured sea, and now I have to decide what to do. Most of the blue team is swinging around to the west. They're going to go take A. But what is my role in this game? And quite honestly, you know, I always try to push into the cap, but in this situation, the first thing I have to do is I need to make sure I stay alive but stay relevant. So what that means is I need to make sure I'm not going to just die without dealing some damage, but I need to make sure I'm also not just running away and not able to deal any damage. You know, I don't want to be, you know, one of the battleships that are just backing up from the very start. They're just taking themselves out of the battle. I want to continue dealing as much damage as I can as I kite away from these ships. Number 2 then is I need to occupy the ships on this side. I need to distract them from pushing in to our southern cap. I need to make sure they're shooting me instead of shooting getting the crossfire shots into our battleships. So in order to do that, I need to make sure that my guns continue to stay active. I continue to stack up this damage that you see here so that they're continually shooting at me, which is just buying time for the other blue team members that are over there. They're able to push A. The more time I can buy them, the higher the odds are for our team winning the game. And you know, this isn't necessarily a fun play tactic, but I think this is one of the keys that makes a big difference in a team's winning chances. Are the players willing to do what needs to be done in order to win, or are they going to do what they want to do? You know, there's a lot of players don't want to sit here and occupy these guys. Like, at this point, my job is just to distract the Iowa, distract the Edinburgh, because, you know, they're 2 tier 7 ships, and they are posing quite a threat to the rest of our team. But if I can go ahead, continue, just get them to waste time on me, that's great. Basically, I'm just buying time for my rest of my team members to continue pushing off on the west side. So you can see here, we've just been burning down the Iowa. We've gotten fire after fire on him. This is my burn it down build on this ship. You know, if you get those missions sometimes in the campaign where you need a certain number of fires, this is the ship I pull out. And you can see here, right here, I did make a little bit of a mistake. So I'm trying to kite away, and I got caught in mid-turn, and I paid for it. So I'm kind of missing out on my own advice here. You know, I need to stay alive. So that was kind of a big mistake. Fortunately, though, I do have another heal to go. You can see my smoke's about to recharge, so I'm going to get a little bit of cover here. But again, I want to continue pulling these ships south. I want to take them out of the rest of the game. The more I can do that, the more frustrating it's going to be for them. But the more it's going to certainly help the rest of my team that's in the central part of the map. Now, if you look at the mini-map, I am the only ship on the eastern half of the map for the blue team. The blue team has pushed probably a little too aggressively to the left. But this is the key now. Protecting that decap and preventing these ships from just driving in there unopposed. Here, as we're finishing up deploying the smoke screen, we see the Fuso pop up. Don't be in a failed division. Come on. If you're playing division, everyone play the same tier of ships. You know, it's just a disadvantage to your team. It's terrible practice to play ships of different tiers inside a div. But here we go ahead, start opening up on the Fuso. We immediately get a fire on them. And honestly, at this point, I am confident the rest of the blue team has finished off the team at A, and now they're coming back to support me. So while it wasn't necessarily how I would have envisioned this game going at the beginning, we were able to notice that the red team was pushing over to this side. We were able to respond to it by going ahead, pulling back, staying alive. And then we're just occupying the enemy ships that did come on this side. We want to make sure that they're not just free to go anywhere. At this point, we see the Edinburgh. They had pushed in, sailing completely broadside. We do have that punch through active on this captain. We see it right there. The awesome AP salvo just absolutely punishing to the broadside cruiser. Get another salvo on them. Get another 6,000 hit points. They finally realize what they're doing. Turn in, but at this point, it's a little too late. We switch back to HE once they angle in. And the HE has more than enough penetration power to hit the superstructure of that ship. And they end up going down. So overall, we took care of 2 ships for the most part. The Iowa is mostly taken out by us. It's probably going to make up 80,000 of the damage that we have. Edinburgh was the other one that had taken so much damage. And we essentially protected the eastern half pretty well by ourselves. You can see the Tirpitz did come in there at the end and help finish off the Iowa there. But overall, it's just recognizing what's going on with the map and responding to it with what may not be the most exciting decision, but it's going to be the sound decision that's going to help your team win more often than not. So I'm curious what you guys think about this. What do you prefer, just to push in this type of situation, go on to the next battle? Do you write it off? Personally, I'm all about the win rate. I want to win a game no matter what. So that's what I'm going to do. Even if it's not something that I find fun or I find, as a smart play, I'm going to go ahead, do the play that's going to give us the best chance to win. Despite not getting any caps or defends, we're going to end up taking MVP and having the highest XP. And that was simply because we were able to continue dealing damage to the ships that were on our flank and just stay alive long enough to let the rest of the team do their thing. Well, that's all we have for this one. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Would you rather go out in a blaze of glory pushing right into this type of flank, or do you prefer to go for the win and really stretch out the battle? If this is your first time coming to the channel, consider hitting subscribe. We'll have a lot more videos coming at you shortly. Have a great day.